We are making a demonstration for P1 polishing system on this Audi, just so you can see some of the technique. Difficult to see the scratches on it, but maybe if it'll focus on there. No, you can't really see it. Okay, Yanis, let's go. Okay, so this is about the amount you put on normally. It's normally a bit more than you'd use using a normal heavy compound 3M or auto glim or auto sol, etc. So you do use a bit more polish. Okay, let's go. Using a pretty slow speed. What speed are you on there, Yanis? Number one. So this is about 900 RPM, but actually on marine 600 RPM. On marine surfaces, we probably use a little bit higher. As you can see, it spreads out pretty nice. And then Yanis is working in. Pretty standard stuff. And it does slightly change colour when it's finished working, but as you can see, it's quite nice. You can see the surface quite easily when you're working it, and it doesn't leave any mess at all. And furthermore, the residue you can clean up. It's completely water soluble. So if you may find in the heat that you'll have areas that will dry out, and all you need to do is just have a little spray bottle of water, and that'll lubricate it back up again. So that's basically it for the first stage of polishing. And then you may want to, even though it's very, very hologram free, and I think you'll probably find on marine finishes that are a lot harder than automotive finishes, that the finish, you won't get any swirl marks on it. But if you do, if you use, there's also the yellow and grey pads that are in with the kit. With finishing with those, you will get absolutely no swirl marks at all. Okay, now which is for the black pad, pretty straightforward. This is the finest of the pads that we got. The foam pad, the yellow one, it's got a slightly more open cell structure, and we often use that one on automotive paints just as one pad system, but you may find that it might be good enough as the final pad on marine paints, because they're a lot harder than automotive paints. So it goes, obviously it covers a lot further, and that's the finish coming up there. And for the final, we always finish it, which I'm sure you know if you know your polishing. We always finish at the lowest RPM and a very, very light touch. But again, automotive paints are much softer than marine paint, so the problem of swirling is not going to be nearly as severe. And just out of interest on the polish, when you're polishing all grip with this system, we have test data from Benetti that shows that this system doesn't degrade. The gloss will not degrade, and even by 1%. Whereas if you use, for example, the heavy abrasive 3M system, even up to finesse it and perfect it, even at that grade on all grip, which is, as you know, doesn't work very well. You will lose in a 500-hour QUV test. You will lose about 10% gloss, which is quite a significant amount. Whereas with this system, we have test data from Benetti showing that we have no loss of gloss at all. So for all grip paint finishes, this is really, as far as we know, is second to none for gloss retention. Because normally, as you know, if you polish an all grip polyurethane finish, you damage the structure of the paint, and it goes off relatively fast. Okay, and here's the wow moment that Yanis is going to show you the difference between each side. And actually, we've done the right hand side by hand, so it's not as bad as we started. But I don't know if you can see, it's not a particularly good video camera, but we'll take some photographs as well so you can see the difference of of each side, because on this side you can't really see on the, which angle, that angle. You can't, there you can see that there's a definite difference there if I roll across the light. But so yeah, it gives an excellent finish, as good as any polish system, but at the same time it's not abrasive on the macro scale. It's a nanostructured polish, which basically means it's kind on paint but very tough on imperfection. So all the scratches, which you'll find that it's very, very effective at removing them. Okay,